And now to our special telecast on Jammu and Kashmir. Presently, the National Investigation Agency is taking over the probe that led to the killing of 2 civilians there in the Kashmir Valley. And that was just the starting. Since then, we know that in the past few days, there have been more than 11 civilians who have died. What we know so far is the Kashmiri Pandit pharmacist Makhan Lal Bindru and a Pani Puri seller from Bihar, Virendra Paswan, who was just there in Kashmir to earn his livelihood, was shot dead on October 5th in Srinagar by terrorists. That happened in just 1 hour. Information now being confirmed by India Today is that Home Minister has given their approval for the NIA investigation. Director General of Jammu and Kashmir Police and also of the NIA are already in the city to assess the situation. But back in Delhi, Home Minister Amit Shah has met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Delhi, apprising him over the ongoing situation back in the valley. The meeting lasted for almost an hour and Home Minister will now, remember, be visiting the Union Territory on Saturday. He will be also holding meetings with Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha and officials of the Central Forces.
ये पहला मौका है जिस तरह से विपक्ष पूरी तरह से सिमट और सिकुड़ गया है, उसके अलावा वहाँ कौन है गुपकार गैंग भी सिमट सिकुड़ गया है, उसी तरह से उसकी मानसिकता और उसके दिमाग भी सिमट सिकुड़ गए हैं। राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा के मुद्दे पर, आतंकवाद के मुद्दे पर कभी भी इस तरह की गंदी और घटिया पॉलिटिक्स नहीं की गई है। देश सुरक्षित हाथों में है, किसी को भी भय और भ्रम फैलाने की कोशिश नहीं करनी चाहिए।
बड़ी शेखी बघेर कर 2 साल पहले उन्होंने जम्मू कश्मीर की सत्ता ली थी, पर आज कश्मीर दोबारा से 1980 और 90 के दशक में पहुंच गया है, जहां कश्मीर के आम नागरिक को कश्मीर घाटी छोड़कर पलायन करना पड़ रहा है। वादा तो था मोदी जी का कि कश्मीरी पंडितों को वहां दोबारा बसाएंगे, जो बसे थे आपने उनको भी उग्रवादियों की गोलियों की से छलनी करवा दिया और सरकार पूरी तरह से फेल हो गई है।
And it is absolutely tragic how these terrorists are now starting to yet again kill, maim, murder, intimidate people in the Kashmir Valley that was facing normalcy and peace now. Who are on the target of the terrorists in Kashmir? Take a look at this one by one. We know that minority community members, Hindus and Sikhs, have been on target since the past 30 years. They were the first to be targeted this time as well. But followed by Kashmiris, irrespective of religion, working in the Jammu and Kashmir police, in the security agencies. And remember, there have been members of the Muslim community also who have been targeted with allegations of informers working with the police and so on. Importantly, pro-India voices, the ones who want normalcy and peace to return in this Kashmir conflict-torn valley, are the ones on target. Non-Kashmiris, now we know the ones, even if you are a poor migrant laborer out to earn your livelihood, you may just be targeted by the terrorists there. And why? Because of the xenophobia that they could be taking over the Kashmir Valley. And of course, since a long time now, if there are workers associated with the RSS or the Bharatiya Janata Party, they usually do make it to the hit list of the terrorists as well. So this perhaps is now what the strategy of the fresh crop of terrorists is. So the question remains, what is the strategy of the Indian government, and is there a strategy at all? What we know so far is Home Minister Amit Shah is all set to be heading to the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, will be taking stock of the situation. Also, Army Chief also is already in Jammu right now, is at the line of control to assess the situation. Take a look at the story coming in of what is the government strategy there for J&K now.
The 3 men India is looking to for a response to the blood that's flowing at the line of control. He has lost 9 men in a matter of days, not far from this stretch of the LOC. Army Chief General Manoj Mukund Naravane, seen here in Poonch on Tuesday, is taking stock of a heavy loss and formulating India's response. A response to what has been a nightmare week. 9 soldiers killed in action in a span of just 5 days. An act of war from Pakistan-backed terrorists at the line of control. It's in the shadow of these heavy losses that the Indian Army chief is visiting these forward areas of Poonch, interacting with the units to which the deceased soldiers belonged. Subedar Ajay Singh and Nayak Harendra Singh were killed in action during a search operation being conducted by the army along with the Jammu and Kashmir police in the densely forested area of the Narkhas forest in Mendhar last week. Prior to that, on October the 15th, riflemen Vikram Singh Negi and Yogambar Singh were killed in action in a firefight with terrorists. On October the 11th, 5 soldiers were killed in an encounter in neighbouring Rajouri sector. The army has launched a massive search operation in the wooded areas of Poonch and Rajouri to track down the terrorists involved in the killing of these 9 soldiers. It has also detained people suspected of having provided aid and logistical support to these terrorists. Meanwhile, a new terrorist group on Monday released a video about the ongoing encounter in the Mendhar area of Poonch, in which the 9 soldiers lost their lives. In the video, the group calling itself the People's Anti-Fascist Front has claimed responsibility for the attack. The new flare-up in aggression at the line of control is being seen as a new reality that must be combated with renewed strength. With Ashraf Wani in Srinagar and Sunil J. Bhatt in Jammu, Bureau Report, India Today.
And the repercussions of this Jihadi Mission 2.0 is being faced by poor migrant labourers who are only earning their livelihood to send some money back to their respective home states. India Today's continuous coverage now even continues from Jammu and Kashmir. Take a look now, because this is an exodus that is refusing to die down. People one by one, with and without their families, are queuing up at the Jammu railway station. Targeted, selective killings that have once again rekindled the fear of 1990s. This is Exodus 2.0 in Kashmir.
There is no end to the exodus of the migrant laborers from the Kashmir Valley. Right now, I'm standing outside Jammu railway station, and here you can see that a large number of fear-stricken migrant laborers have arrived here in Jammu. They are fleeing from the Kashmir Valley and they are arriving here in Jammu. They are saying that there is an atmosphere of fear currently prevailing in the Kashmir Valley.
With fear and exhaustion in their eyes, these migrant workers have made up their mind. They will not return to uncertainty in Kashmir.
वैसा हालात रहे तो कौन जाएगा सर? वो हम लोग बाल बच्चा है, छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं, हम लोग वहाँ मरने थोड़े जाएंगे. मजदूर जाता है वहाँ 2 रुपये मजदूरी कमाने जाता है, उस वहाँ सर कटाने थोड़े जाएगा.
नहीं जाएंगे वहाँ, कभी नहीं जाएंगे, हम मर जाएंगे भी नहीं जाएंगे वहाँ, कभी नहीं जाएंगे. हमारा मजदूर पैसा दिलाया जाए और हमको छत्तीसगढ़ लेकर जाए घर.
Denied basic pay from their owners, many workers have no money and no place to go.
हम लोग ईंट भट्टे में काम कर रहे थे. वहाँ का मालिक हमको इतना मार मार के पूरा सीजन भर काम करवाया और हमको ना पैसे नहीं दिया, मार के भगा दिया वहाँ से. 12 बजे रात को बहुत छोटा छोटा बच्चा लेकर आए हैं काम करने के लिए. 1 रुपये हमको नहीं दिया, मार मार के भगा दिया हमको.
These workers have made an emotional appeal to the Bihar government to bear the expenses for their return journey. They are now waiting at the Jammu station, hopeful to return home. Some of them are so traumatized at the recent events in the valley, they cannot even narrate their suffering.
हमें तो ट्रेन से घर जाना है,
किराया है
नहीं है हमारे पास, इसीलिए कहीं कहीं फ़ोन कर रहे हैं अपने रिश्तेदारों को कि पैसा डाल दो, भेज दो हमको. हम अपने बच्चों को इतना दूर लेकर गए थे, लेकिन हमारे कुछ नहीं सुनाई है हमारे पास.
बहुत हालात ख़राब है. आतंकवादी लोग डरवा दिया है, जैसे ही मार दिया है तो 8 दिन के अंदर में 2-4 बंदूक हमारे सामने ही इससे देख लिया कि बोलता है लोग मार दिया है, लोग घर में घुस को भी मार दिया है लोग, इसलिए हम डर कर सब लोग भागे हैं.
Can the government at the centre restore the confidence of these poor migrant workers? Will the Naya Kashmir be able to rise and stop the horrific repeat of 1990s Kashmir. With Sunil G. Bhatt in Jammu, Bureau Report, India Today. And while the visuals speak for themselves here, my attempt today will be also to ask a basic question. Can Naya Kashmir, that is being promoted since 2019, can it ensure that there is no repeat of the 1990 Kashmir, the horrors that very few people may remember, but for the ones who faced it, it is going to be completely for their life and as long as they live. And therefore, the voices joining me today can perhaps help bring some solutions as well. I want to now introduce our panel. Lieutenant General Syed Ata Hasnain, he's the former GOC 15 Corps in Srinagar, knows Kashmir very well. Also joining me now is Bittu Ji Kaul. He's a Kashmiri Pandit who recently left the valley with his family and then is now currently in Jammu. Also joining me from Kashmir, Sajid Yusuf, who is the president of the All JK Youth Society. These are very important three voices that I'm going to bring to you. I want to first start with Bittu Ji Kaul, because you recently left the Kashmir Valley and you came to Jammu. Do tell us, I give you 2 minutes, बिट्टू जी हमें बताएं अगले 2 मिनट में कि क्या देखा आपने ग्राउंड पे जब आप निकले वैली से पिछले कुछ दिनों में।
देखिए, हमारे बच्चे गए थे, जो गवर्नमेंट ने एक एम्प्लॉयमेंट पैकेज दी थी, क्योंकि नौकरियां नहीं मिलती थी। ये कश्मीर गए, हमने बोला कश्मीर हमारा है, आप जाओ, कोई बात नहीं है। मगर गवर्नमेंट ने प्रॉमिस किया था इस पैकेज के साथ इनके रिहैबिलिटेशन के बारे में भी। मगर 10-11 साल इन्होंने अपनी वहाँ ड्यूटी दी बड़ी अच्छी तरीके से, मगर जो ये हालात हो गए, सिलेक्टिव किलिंग्स हो गए। पहले बिंद्रू साहब को मारा, पहले बंटू जी को मारा जो पुलिस में भी था, घर के सामने और पुलिस चौकी के सामने, बिल्कुल पुलिस पोस्ट वहाँ ही है। क्योंकि मैं भी उसी ज़मन में मैं भी वहाँ बच्चों के साथ ही था और मैंने अपने बच्चों को 2 गाड़ी में वापस लाया, क्योंकि जब मैंने हालात वहाँ देखे। बिंद्रू साहब का हुआ, फिर वो जो बेचारे 2 टीचर्स थे जो अपने स्कूल में अपनी ड्यूटी दे रहे थे, उनको भी बेरहमी से उनको बाहर निकाला गया। बाकी जो दूसरे कास्ट के उनको एक साइड में रखा, इनको बाहर निकाल के उनके ऊपर गोली मारी गई। मैं उस वक्त श्रीनगर में ही था, मुझे अपना पर्सनल काम कुछ था, तो मैं किस तरह वहां से भाग के आ गया। जब मैंने फेसबुक पर वो देखा क्या हालात थी, रो रो के मैं घर आ गया कि हमारे बच्चों के साथ क्या हमने इसी चीज के लिए इन बच्चों को इस कश्मीर में भेजा था। अगर गवर्नमेंट के पास सिक्योरिटी नहीं है, गवर्नमेंट के पास कोई पॉलिसी नहीं है, फिर हमें इन बच्चों को क्या बलि का बकरा बनाना है वहाँ? तो इनको हमने मारने के लिए भेजा है। आप देखो, जब ये हो गया शाम को, जब वो 2 मजदूर उसके साथ ही 2 मजदूर शाम को मार दिए गए, तो बहुत सारे ऑफिसर्स, क्योंकि मैं विश्व ट्रांजिट कैंप में रहता हूँ जहाँ मेरे बच्चे थे, बहुत सारा पुलिस आ गया, डिप्टी कमिश्नर आ गए, एसपी आ गए, एसएचओ आ गए। नहीं, अंदर रहना, बाहर नहीं निकलना। बाहर उन्होंने गेट लॉक किए, बाहर गाड़ियां लाई, वो बख्तरबंद गाड़ियां, जैसे जंग का माहौल था। जो वहां बेचारे रेंट पर थे, जिनको अभी तक कोई अकोमोडेशन नहीं मिली है, रो रहे थे, उनके पास एसएचओ गया, डीएसपी गया, आर्मी गया, नहीं जी इधर से निकलो, सेफर जगह जाओ, सेफर जगह। भाई सेफर जगह कश्मीर में कहाँ है? सेफर जगह तो जम्मू में ही है। हमने अपने बच्चों को गाड़ियां निकाली, किस तरह का गेट हमारा बंद किया था, उन्होंने नहीं निकलने, क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट की बदनामी होनी थी। इन्होंने गेट बंद किए थे, हमारे लॉक किए थे, किस तरह हमने निकल गए, हमने बच्चों के साथ आ गए इधर। तो हमारे बच्चों को यहाँ पिकनिक के लिए हमने इनको नहीं लाया, इनको मुलाजमत करनी है क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट तनख्वाह देता है। हम बोलते हैं जब तक वहाँ हालात रिस्टोर हो जाएंगे, जब तक नॉर्मल सी फिर हो जाएगी, जब तक गवर्नमेंट बोलेगी कि वहाँ हालात ठीक हैं। देखो हमारे नौजवान यहाँ पुलिस रजौरी में मारे गए, तो वहाँ हालात ठीक नहीं।
तो बिट्टू जी, आप क्या चाहते हैं? आप क्या चाहते हैं कि मोदी सरकार क्या करे, किस तरह के एक्शन ले, स्टेप्स ले, जिससे थोड़ा सा जो डर है वो कम हो?
देखो, सरकार को मतलब जो हमारे बच्चों के लिए पहले सिक्योर होना चाहिए, इनकी अकोमोडेशन होनी चाहिए प्रॉपर। क्या करेंगे ये मुसलमान के घर में रहते हैं? हालांकि मैं ये नहीं कह सकता हूँ कि सारे मुसलमान ऐसे हैं, मगर तो डर तो रहता है। कहाँ जाएंगे आप? ये जो मतलब 50% तो बाहर ही रहते हैं, 70% तो बाहर ही रहते हैं रेंटेड अकोमोडेशन में। कहाँ जाएंगे आप इनके घर में? क्योंकि इनको रात को पुलिस ने वहां से निकाला। सेफर जोन में जाओ, इन्होंने डेरे छोड़ दिए, कहाँ जाएंगे आप? हम गवर्नमेंट से कहते हैं कि अगर इनको वहां रखना है, आप मेहरबानी करके वो प्रपोजल बनाइए जिससे ये सेफ रहेंगे, क्योंकि हमें अपने बच्चों को बलि का बकरा नहीं बनाना है हिंदुस्तान के लिए, न किसी सियासी पार्टी के लिए। हमें बच्चों को हम मुस्तकबिल चाहिए। आप देखिए वहां तो इस तरह से भी हरासमेंट हो रही है, कोई अफसर होता है, कोई क्या होता है, मगर हम तब तक भी अपने बच्चों को बोलते हैं जाओ।
I want to go to General Hasnain. Sir, because you've been very vocal that this is not 1990, because this is a new India and it's going to rise up to the challenge. What do you think right now the security apparatus that is very strong this time can do? What can the establishment do to ensure that we do not see the repeat of 1990, sir?
Thank you, Pooja. Thank you for having me on your show. And this is a very important show for the conveyance and communication of the right message.
Correct.
And therefore, I should be very sensitive about what I should be saying throughout your show, because every word will actually count. You see, we have to understand one thing. The government can achieve a certain amount, but cannot guarantee anything at the moment. This is a very dynamic situation which has happened over the last 30 years. Pakistan still exists there on the other side. The ISI still exists, and so does the Pakistan Army. The Pakistan's aim and ideology has not changed at all. So everything is still the same. The only thing that we have achieved is politically, yes, we have removed Article 370. We have created a fresh hope. We have created a hope for a Naya Kashmir. We have stabilized the situation to a very great extent. And it's because of the stabilization of the situation by the government of India that we are today being targeted once again. Correct. This is what I would like to rationalize and tell people. It is because of what you have achieved that you are being targeted. Because the traction which Pakistan has lost, they want to regain it and re-achieve it. Through what? Through the targeting of the softest targets in Kashmir. The softest targets are the minorities. The softest targets are policemen and army men on leave. These have always been traditionally the softest targets. So, I would say while politically on one side the government will always claim that they have achieved a lot, and they have achieved a lot, I don't think at any time anyone can say that the problem has been resolved and that Kashmir is 100% stabilized. The problem, the threat will always be there, and that threat has arisen today. We have to all stand up together. There has to be political consensus together to make sure that we fight this in a united way. And as far as providing security for the minorities is concerned, it's a major challenge in Kashmir. The Sikhs are living in clusters. The Kashmiri Hindus do not live in clusters. They have been brought there. Some of them live in camps, like the camp in South Kashmir, in a place called Visu. And there are other places where people are living in diverse kind of accommodation all over. They will remain under challenge. What we have to do is get the civil society to realize its own responsibility. I was happy to see someone like Junaid Bhattu, someone like
in fact,
Sajjad Lone, people like that giving out this message. Many more people from Kashmir must come out. We must get the army has got fantastic links with people. They should encourage people.
What you have said, General Hasnain, is such an important point, because right now on my show I have this young man, and his name is Sajid Yusuf Shah.
I know Sajid Yusuf very well, Pooja. He's a gem. He's the ideal man for this kind of a situation.
Please
go ahead and speak to him.
Yes, thank you. Because while General Hasnain has often told us how we all need to get together, and of course the security situation only then will depend. The army's on the job. The problem are not the jihadis, because they will be neutralized by our alert forces. But Sajid Yusuf, the man you see on your screen, was one of the few people to be organizing a gathering, a candlelight march at Lal Chowk. It was an unprecedented situation, and Sajid, but what I must also add is I was slightly disappointed, because I was expecting perhaps a bigger response. I was expecting more people to join you, like it happens across India. Do you think what you did last year, and we are running those visuals of your gathering and candlelight march on our screens, that more Muslims from Kashmir across the world need to come out and send a message of solidarity, because that will build perhaps a bigger consensus, Sajid?
First of all, Pooja, I want to thank you for bringing me on your show. Likewise, I completely endorse the Saeed Atasnian sir, whatever he said, that the civil society members have to come on forefront so that we can save the Kashmir Valley. If you will go through the history, like in 90s, how things happened in the past, I was not born at that time, so the thing is, whatever happened is happening right now in the Kashmir Valley, because as a civil society member or as a Kashmiri or as a journalist, it's my right to protect the minorities. Like you you mentioned that few days back we held a candlelight march at Lal Chowk. Even yesterday I spoke at the Lal Chowk. I openly challenged Pakistan-sponsored terrorists that this is not the 90s which you are trying to bring it back. Yes. Like my brother Bittuji was talking about, I feel his pain. Whatever he was saying is I completely agree with him. But the thing is, we should not be dependent on the government. That government will protect all the people, be it minorities, Kashmiri Pandits, Kashmiri Sikhs, as well as Kashmiri Muslims. If you see in the past, how many Kashmiri Muslims were killed by the Pakistan sponsored terrorists?
Correct.
How many pro-nationalist Kashmiris were killed? They were also the human beings. Whosoever speaks idea of India in the Kashmir Valley is getting killed. And when we talk about the whole thing, we should include the Kashmiri Muslims as well who are getting killed.
Yes, I think that's a very good point.
You said that the thing is, recently we held a candlelight protest at this Lal Chowk, and you saw very few people were joining me. But the thing is an initiative. If you see, today it is 1, tomorrow it can be 10. Then day after you will see thousands of people. It's just beginning.
I think that is exactly the note. Yes, that is the note. I think we can end it here because there's some more news coming in. I'll have to wrap up this. But I'm so thankful that Sajid and people like General Hasnain constantly building confidence measures. And today's an initiative. More people listening and watching today will come together because we cannot have a repeat of the 1990, and only Indians today can come together strongly with the government to ensure that does not happen. Thank you so much, General Hasnain, Sajid Yusuf Shah, and also Bittuji for your views. I'm heading